the Club 12 podcast with me, Dave, and Jamie. How's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Pretty good. Looking forward to the day. It's going to be good fun. Thanks to King Kong Tattoo Company, our wonderful sponsors. They're at Albert Square, Dundee, for all your tattoo and piercing needs. And let's crack on and let's talk about Inverness. Reluctantly talk about Inverness. Do you know what? It's always really difficult doing a podcast after you get beat.
People don't realise how hard it is doing a podcast after
you get
tough. Beat. See, when we were winning at the start of the season, it was great. We couldn't wait to do it. Saturday night, we were getting the laptop out, and it's hard. It came out. The worst part's watching the highlights after, because I was always one for. See, when we were in the SPL and we were watching Sportscene. See, if we got beat, I didn't watch Sportscene. I just couldn't do it. So I watched it maybe 5 times a season, and it's like that with the highlights too. Here, there was fight in the team, I thought.
I found watching the match on Saturday, right? It was different to the highlights, because I felt during the match, the bar spent all the time out the park. There was a lot of players on the ground, there was a lot of stupid wee fouls. But then, when you watch the highlights, it's like, shit, we were all over there.
I know.
And we were. It's just, you kind of get lost in that sometimes, you kind of forget. But looking back at the highlights, it was a bit of a smash and grab for Inverness.
See, when it was at 2-2, the amount of chances we had to win the game was fucking frightening, man. Rudden had a sneaky wee shot. Mulligan had a good opportunity, and the keeper pulls out a fucking belter of a save to keep him out. But at 2-2, they were shite at it. Their backs were against the wall.
Yeah, definitely.
But the same boy who scored the first in that went into the. Well, I think the top corner. You think Harry should be saving it, but we'll get to that. And then he pulls in at the back for the last end. But that's what it is. We've said before, we need to tighten up at the back, or we're not going to do anything. Scoring goals doesn't seem to be an issue. It's just fucking keeping it tight. Yeah.
Well, I've seen Gary Boy's interview. He mentioned that the final third, he's like, we're not getting it and putting in the right places in the final third. It's the first third that I've got a problem with just now. We seem to be all over the shop. The penalty, right? For starters, Marshall should have dealt with that. Harry Sharp should never have come anywhere near that. And he should have. Didn't come with the communications on the pitch between Abdi, but Marshall should have just dealt with that. Yeah. End of story.
100%. And they're both at fault, because see, when you watch it, Marshall tries to kind of shield the boy and wait for Harry to come out. Like, Marshall, come on, fuck me, just as you should deal with the bar. And Harry running it, come on, fuck, man, it's just so preventable.
I think as well. See, when you see a goalie running out like that, it doesn't matter whether it's your team or not. You think penalty. It's like you see it coming a mile away.
Come on, they get protected keepers, but situations like that where they come off their line to kind of make a decision or do something, they usually get shafted for it.
Yeah. I tell you one thing I've been really pleasantly surprised with is Paul McMullans and his particular choice of footwear recently. He's, like you said, he's took his manky old shed baits and threw them away. And he's got a couple of assists. He's playing pretty well, and I think he's slowly becoming one of my more favourite players at Dens.
It didn't attack much.
I heard today was changed his baits.
Yeah. And he's done it. I think it was Ayr United. It was the first time he done it, because it was because I went and I was like, "Here, you're not going to believe it. He's changed his baits."
He sent me a message.
And fair then, he definitely got an assist that night, because it was when the bar got switched over and he cut it back. Did he get in last week? Am I marking that up? I'm not sure. And then he got a goal the other night, But it's not just he's playing well.
And I think he's distributing the bar a bit better as well. That was always a bit of a downfall of his, was his kind of final bar, getting it in the box. Mm-hmm. But I think that's actually been a wee bit better.
Mm-hmm. He looks like he's enjoying himself now. He actually had I'm not normally got praise from McMullen, but at the weekend he did have a good game, and he kind of changed my opinion on him a wee bit. He looked like a good player.
I think hopefully he'll come on to a good game, because we're needing that. Sometimes you just need a boy to tap the game by the scruff of the neck, and he's one of the players that could probably do that. I think. The referee, right? Where do we start here? Right, first of all, right, what idiot sends a referee out at Dens and a fucking tangerine tap.
He's hailed staff, not just the ref, the linesman.
Like, they must have kennt they were going to get dogs abuse for the start, right? I mean,
either came out right. I actually think they didn't think about it, because see, if you think about it, right, United are the only team in Scotland that play in tangerine, right, and we're the only team that hate them as much as what we do. So I don't think they actually think about it, and they just assume that it's orange, you'll stand out because it's like luminous.
Yeah.
But no, just think about it.
So
we didn't want to see that.
Nobody wants to see it.
Nobody wants to see
and
it.
I'll tell you how, right? So, like your wee sister, right? Her granny worked in Debenhams, right, in the town, and she was in the shop. They've got like shop designers, the people that put up the models and the signs and all that kind of display stuff. So she did that, and. The first time, when she first moved to Dundee, she was working in the Edinburgh shop before, then she moved to Dundee, she put the mannequin, she had them wearing a tangerine tap and the other end be green and white hoops. And they were like, look, some things you can't do. And these are two of the things you can't put tangerine and you can't put green and white hoops. Like,
that's just common sense.
Although whatever they were wearing kind of matched, it was just like they'll sell them in the shops, but they'll no display them in windows because in certain areas it puts people off.
Some people just didn't get it.
Nobody fucking likes tangerine.
No.
They're not even Debenhams. Get that out of my windy. So, right, how did none of them spot the handball on the line?
I'm not sure. Kim, see, watching it for the highlights and stuff, the bar's getting fizzed all over the place. So I'm going to be honest. I could kind of understand how he didn't get it, and I'm one of the biggest Dundee fans of it. But it was a penalty, but the bar's going at like 100 mile an hour.
Suppose, Sweeney's goal was like that, because I didn't even think Sweeney kens about that.
It is a penalty, but it still shouldn't deter away from the fact that defensively we're not good enough. Even if we'd got that penalty, we're still not win the game. I don't think. So, well, I mean, we might, but I don't know. I don't think going forward, as I said, is an issue. It's just, we need to fucking tighten up. I feel like I keep repeating myself, but it's the God's honest truth, man. We're not going to go up. We're not going to, and if we do go up, we'll go back down.
Which is that's what you didn't want. Hey, you didn't want to be that yo-yo team.
Exactly. Exactly. But no, going back to the penalty. I mean, of course it was a penalty, and we might have put it away. Might have changed the game. But it's.
What did you think? Sweeney's red card. Or he's two booking. To be honest with you, I can't really remember the first booking.
No, I can't.
But the second then, that was obviously on the highlights as well, so you got a better view of it. That's blatant. That's stupid. That is a booking Addy, and he kens he's on a yellow card.
When he done it at Ayr United, he got a bit of stick, and I kind of forgave him a wee bit after it, because it was the heat of the moment. I was kind of came out like being a hockey playing football.
He threw the bar down.
He threw the bar, and it's descent, but we were getting beat, and I could kind of understand his frustration.
Yeah, okay, you get
but
that.
The end the other day was it's blatant as fuck, man. He's going to do well if he keeps it up. And look, we like our centre halves being big and hard on him, but if he keeps up, he's not going to get back in the team. It's because that's something we do hate to sort out. I don't think he's a decent player. I mean, he's alright, Sweeney. He's good at, if you've got a 50-50 or the bar's up in the air, and he will get the odd goal, but again, he's maybe part of the issue that we kind of build up for the back.
I think when he first come into the team, he had that kind of thing where he wasn't expected to be a football player. He was expected to win the bar, to win headers and beat somebody else.
Yeah.
Right now, we seem to be kind of playing out a wee bit. Sweeney seems to have this thing where he's coming out wide left and then swinging the bar out to the wide right wing.
Now, he loves that switch, yeah.
I don't want him doing that.
No, and it was becoming quite obvious what we were doing as well.
Yep.
Sweeney would get the bar, take it out, touch on his left foot, and he'd play that one diagonal to Kami or McMullan or whatever it was. And here, it was coming off at certain points, but you need to mix it up. You can't just do the same thing every single time.
Can.
And how long is he going to be out for? Because he's just had a red card, does he not get an extra game thrown on because it's been so soon? Or am I making that up?
I'm not sure how it works, because the thing is there were our bookings as well.
Yeah, good point.
So it's not like those straight reds. I think I'm not sure of the specifics of it, but the point is he's out the next game for us.
Yeah. Well, will he be out for the cup game?
On Friday?
Probably
no.
Nah. Cool. Right, okay. So it's just a league. Might be a game or two, but yeah, he's going to hit straight up.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the whole team's going to need a bucket of ideas because so after 7 games, we're sitting in mid-table 5th with 10 points. Partick at the top, along with Ayr Bitham on 14, Queen's Park on 13, Inverness on 4. I'm sorry, but to me, that's embarrassing. I can't say early, and we have had a bit of hard luck. To be fair, we have, right? So I'm not going to be harsh on the boys, but when you look at it, I mean, thing is, doesn't matter whether you're in the 2nd or 3rd week of the season or the last week of the season, you just look and see where you are in the table and think 5th. So I'm going to presume things can only get better.
Yeah, but it goes back to what we're saying though. Do we want to go up? Would you rather be, obviously, would I be wanting to sit top of the league, right? But do you want to be going up with a team that's not capable of competing, or would you rather wait, get our team built, and then see when we are sitting top of that league? We've fucking deserved it because we've got a decent team.
That's it.
It's the thing. I wouldn't be too down about it, but if we go up this year, it's a bonus.
One of the things I did think made a massive difference on Saturday though was when we brought Gowser on.
He should be starting.
He should be started every week. I mean, I think that's a couple of times now where he's come on and the energy levels are different. He just expects a bit more off everybody else, and he gives a bit more as well.
Come on, he's lost a wee bit. He wasn't that pacey. I didn't think Paul McMullans. So I don't think you notice it that much because what is he now? 34. I think he's about 34, 35. And see when he's on the bar, he's still got that wee burst of energy, and you wouldn't tell he was as old as what he was.
No.
He's somebody that needs to be starting. I think he would have made a difference starting against Inverness. So what was starting then? It was Williamson and Grayson, was it? In the middle of the park.
Williamson, I still not really seen enough for him.
He's a young laddie, obviously. We'll give him a bit of time. But he shouldn't be starting ahead of Paul McGowan, in my opinion. No. Definitely not. No, after what we Ken Gowser could do. But obviously we didn't see the boy Williamson in training every week. We don't care what he's doing.
That is true.
But you need to start Gowser, man. Come on, it's fucking Paul McGowan. It just comes down to that.
I just think the energy levels that he brings are just different, and I think he also expects it of other people as well, and other people Ken that he's going to expect him to get it. So I don't know, Ken, it's maybe good for the whole team having somebody like that. Ken,
there's a bit more urgency when he's on the park.
Definitely. But so we're mid-table. We've got a free week this week in respect to league games because there's a nice wee trip down to Shropshire and Wales, which is technically England. But so we're playing TNS, the New Saints, at the famous Park Hall Stadium. I googled that. I googled it.
I didn't hate Google. I already ken.
Did you ken that?
Famous.
It's that famous. I googled it.
Many a player.
So have you had a look at the results?
I've had a look at the results. So when we first drew them, I just thought they were this average sort of Welsh team, right?
That's what you...
And then the first time I put them into Google, it was like Champions League. I was like, fuck. Oh, I get pumped. So they got beat for that Irish team, I think it's Winfield. They got beat for them at home, I think 2-0, and then they went away for him and they got beat I think they won away for him, but it wasn't enough because the other team had scored me in the first leg. So they went out the Champions League. So they must be half decent. When I actually looked at their fucking stats and everything, they've won 8 Welsh League Cups in the past 15 years, 7 Welsh Cups in the past 15 years. They've won 14 leagues overall, and 9 of them have been in the past 12 seasons. So they're basically like the Celtic of Wales. Now, if you look at their strips, their home tap is green and white hoops.
Oh, is it?
And their away tap is royal blue.
Oh.
So that divides opinion.
What a confused little place,
but they're going to be a good team. We'll do well. I actually think we'll do well go down there and get a result. I've got faith, but...
Well, you did say that if they got a selection of 9 strikers to pick from.
Got 9 fucking strikers.
Right, okay. Well, it's no surprising that they won their last game 7-0. They beat Cardiff MU. I'm not sure what MU stands for.
Some university. It's got to be Cardiff.
Well, I did think that, but
Cardiff.
Minky
University.
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah.
No. But anyway, so they also beat Pontypridd United.
Oh, they're good.
Well,
that's the thing. Like,
they're not what Postman Pat delivers letters. It's a bit there, right?
That's the thing. They're up
Somewhere
against
there.
a bunch of fucking cheap shaggers at the end of the day, right? The competitive nature of their league is fucking abysmal, right? They hose it every single season, so it might be good for them to can play a different team, but I think if we go down there, Bowyer sets up his team right, we could maybe sneak a 1-0.
You think so?
I can't wait, honestly. I'm absolutely buzzing.
So there's should be good. Should be looking forward to it.
I can't wait, man. I really can't. Fuck, I think it was Monday or something. I was sitting putting text out and I'm like 4 days to go. So I think there's how many buses is there? So I think the Clip Bar has got 2 buses, for what I've heard. The Pat Linney's got a bus and the Georgie Nimzadze bus is going as well. So I think there's 4. There might be another in, I'm not too sure.
Did anybody book Faz that I mentioned last week?
I don't think anybody booked Faz.
Nobody booked Faz the prick.
Nah, I think he got a lot of interest though, because loads of people were like on about him. I know just our bus, other buses as well. They're like, here, have you dealt with a guy called Faz?
Did you need to buy him a Big Mac?
You didn't give me a big back, and no fucking turning
no
up.
come and be the bus, no David. I'm the one the best of it.
We managed to get a decent bus, so it'll be good. It's going to be some sesh though, because
I didn't think this wee tune Ken's what's what happened to it, right?
Nah. We were saying that we feel sorry for the Premier Inn staff, because they're going to wish they took annual leave. I think we're in there. We are in the same hotel, and I'm pretty sure another couple of buses are in our hotel as well. So it's right to be
a couple of local boozers too. They're want to hear a good weekend this weekend.
There is a local boozer in, I keep wanting to say Wales, Shropshire. We'll try and find the name of it. What is it? That's basically having Dundee fans before the game. We've phoned them and they are opening for it, and they're hiring extra staff and everything as well. They've got no idea what they're in for. What is it? He's 2 seconds, but I'm pretty sure it's about 2 minutes for the grand. When we messaged them, the guy we were like, mate, have you got like a gear machine or that? And the guy was like, nah, mate. There was a machine down the road, right beside the fucking sheep. But what's the name of it? Sorry, he's 2 seconds.
Well, see, I'm not going.
No.
I can't go, unfortunately. I have a prior engagement. But I think it's one of these things, right, where they're probably, it's not the first priority of their season, right? This is a weekend out for them, probably. And for us, look, this cup's not the priority of our season either. But it doesn't mean you don't want to win it. You want to get through every round. You want to have a good opportunity and have good days out and mark good memories along the way, such as a wee trip to Wales. I mean, you didn't really get that.
Exactly, and that, like, Dundee have now, the last sort of a big away trip we had, maybe, unless you count like Diddy pre-season games, was it Perugia? Was that the last time Dundee were away home and outside Scotland in a competitive cup?
Well, it would have been that.
Ken, so what was that? 2003. So Ken, it's good. It's good for Abdi. It's probably the only positive about getting relegated, and we never even knew it was going to happen. Ken,
it's a wee Brucey bonus.
It's a wee bonus, exactly. It's a trip for Abdi to go down.
There's a couple of Irish teams in this competition, isn't there?
So that Linfield that beat them.
Are they in this?
I'm pretty sure they're in this, I think.
Well, they don't want them.
No, we don't want them.
That's what'll happen. That's what happens with the cups. They're like the wee mini Rangers, isn't it?
Mind you, a wee trip to Northern Ireland would have been no bad, but no, it'll be great. And it's going to be one share head on Saturday morning coming back up the road. There's somebody on the bus, so I had a ticket for the Scotland game as well, but obviously I'm not going because I'm going to be hungover to fuck. And there's somebody that's like, nah mate, just drop me off in Glasgow on the way back up the road and I'll go to the game. So there's somebody actually going to Wales for the night out, coming back up the road the next day, and then going to the Scotland-Ireland game. Absolute trooper.
That is a bit of a trooper. So we're coming up to the end of the transfer window for loans.
Yeah.
Right, we can still get free agents, right? Wee bit of transfer speculation I read the other day, we're giving a trial to Derek Osseyoy, right? I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I'm fucking going with, right?
That's good enough.
Former teammate of Kylian Mbappe. Where did that go wrong for? Right? I mean, if he was playing with Mbappe and he's just left Wimbledon, right? What the fuck happened? Yeah.
And he's sitting there on his phone looking at his Instagram, right? Sees Mbappe, fucking millions of followers and that, right? Puts his phone down, turns to his right and just sees Cammy Kettle. You'd be sitting thinking, fuck man. It's here, like, we'll give the boy a chance and judging by his past few years, unless you count goals in the back he's against his wee brother, he's not really scored.
I'm led to believe that he's a striker. I mean, it says forward, so I think his scoring rate was 3-3, and that was goals every year. That was the goals to years ratio, right? I mean, initially it was sounding good, he's got a strike rate of 3-3, but the goals to years ratio is not really what we're looking for.
No.
Do you not think Mbappe looks like a Fredo?
He does,
He does.
Or a wee Ninja Turtle.
He just looks funny. I don't think he's that good a player.
Here, if you take his pace away from him, he's not marking it as a football player. I've said that before. He's fucking lightning. He's dynamite. He's shit hot. But I tell him it dens.
I mean, maybe he'd be good company for Derek, because you know what it's like when a lad comes from a different country. It's good to settle in with somebody else. Maybe if the two of them come together.
Oh, you can maybe pal about with Jay Chapman.
Hey guys.
Hey Gowser.
So I did see the poll the other day on Instagram, on the Club 12 Instagram. Where is Jay Chapman?
I messaged him. He never got back to us. I think he's lost wherever he is.
Now see, so I was thinking about this last week, right?
What are you?
Obviously Nelms has got contacts in the States, right? He must be able to bring a load of players over for a trial, right? I mean, it sounds like we just picked Jay Chapman up and we just decided he's going to be then.
He's the one,
But maybe we should be doing that every year, is just saying bringing a load of Americans over, youngins, and going, right, come on, see if you play real football. See if you play real football.
Come on, you only need one of them out of 10 to be half decent.
It's a good market to tap, right?
I mean, the boy Chapman, mind I looked at his Instagram page and like he's got a photo up for like the one game he played for her, and it was pure like match day or like fucking goal team or something. Like, mate, what are you, man?
Well, his next photo was at fucking Heathrow Airport, was it not? So that's what he does.
Nah, I thought he was lost in customs. I did. I thought he tried to go home for Thanksgiving or something and got lost. But how much do you think he's on? Do you think he's talking £800 a week?
Nah. I mean, I don't think he's going to be on a massive salary.
I don't know. He must have been on a massive salary in Canada or America, because you can't tell me they didn't pay their players half decent money.
Well,
do you think he's left his riches and his Canadian fame to come over to Scotland and try and market? I'm not sure. I think he's fucking rambling on. I don't think he's playing for them anyway, that's for sure. He's a waste of age.
I mean, I didn't even think McPake really played him, did he?
Pate didn't even meet him.
Oh dearie me. Right, so a wee announcement today that I was reading. Charlie Adam. So Charlie announced his retirement today. I've been lucky enough to play for some of the biggest clubs in the world. Blah 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 blah. Right, I'm not going to go on to the hell lot. Right, there's a big massive post about it. Hey, good read. We obviously do get a mention. Charlie's had a good career, eh?
He's had a great career.
He's had a brilliant career.
The wee video he put up as well, starting off at Rangers, and then I think he goes on loan to St Mirren, and then it's just every club, it just kind of built up to him going to Liverpool, eh?
Well, he did mention Ross County there, and I didn't remember him being at Ross County. He must have been on loan when he was at Rangers,
but nah, he had a great career, man. And well, for what he done at Blackpool, I actually remember watching that game, that playoff final. I was in the pub. In the pub, is it the Hawk Hill, right beside Blackness Primary? Right at the bottom beside the road where Clarkie's is at the top, right? Yeah. I was in there, And I can't mean how, but I mean just watching the telly and seeing that free kick go in at Wembley. I was like, well, you're a fucker. And then somebody said, oh yeah, he's faith, isn't he? It's pure. What? I didn't even care why he was, because that must have been, what, about 12 years ago or something? But his career's brilliant, man. He fucking, and he gets signed by Liverpool for Kenny Dalglish. Like, is that not just like the dream?
I mean, it must have been.
That's amazing, man. And then some of the goals he scored, it's a sad end. Some people are not too sure about him because of maybe like his pass against St Mirren, like that last game when he played for Wirai. So I've heard a few people moaning and if you're asking me, he's fucking. I would have given him another deal. I think he's better than the midfielders we've got right now.
I'd still be playing him.
He's got a better left foot than Grayson. If you look at the games that we won last year that he played compared to the games that we lost when he didn't, it's fucking amazing, man. Yeah. Honestly, he made such a difference.
I mean, when I read that earlier that he was retiring, I did think to myself, I mean, I thought this before, but he achieved the dream that we all wanted, to score against United. Like, as Dundee fans growing up, I didn't care about other teams, like, or even you, but my dream was I want to score against United at Tannadice. Like, it was.
The only thing that would have made it better is, actually, I'm not sure. It would have made it better if we had the shed as well, so he scored it in front of the Dundee fans, but scoring it against the United fans is probably.
In front of their fans.
In front of them, it's probably better, right, to be honest with you. It's every Dundee fan's dream. It's my dream. It's fucking.
And it was a bit of a raker as well,
and to top off, their keeper was pure great. It was only going to target a raker like that to score against them. Mind you, the first thing he gets done for a lob. But he lived every Dundee fan's dream. And see that photo he's got at Tannadice when he's walking back and he's pointing up or something, and you can see Abdi fucking going mental in the background.
I mean, it did look like he enjoyed his time at Dens. I remember the glasses incident on fucking at Peterhead. When he took the guy's glasses.
Respects off. You did kind of feel though that when he got that goal against United, that you thought he's kind of done it on it, right? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have been good if it was a winner. He didn't beat United, but he can. If you're going to go out, what a way to go out.
So he's going to be moving into coaching, which he goes on to mention there. He's been enjoying for the past few months. So I don't know where he's doing that, or.
I think for his posts online, he's doing in Blackpool, I'm pretty sure. I think at the start of the season he was training with West Ham. Like, actual Ken, I'm not sure if it was to keep fit or if he was doing coaching, because he was being pictured with Kevin Nolan and Davy Moyes at the training ground. But he's doing south. I want to say Blackpool is where I think he'll start after, or Fleetwood, or because it's kind of like the region where he lives, I'm pretty sure.
Well, we'll find out. All the best, Charlie. You gave us some good memories.
I hope he comes back up the road one day.
Yep. Do you think he'll be coming back up the road to go to the Dundee United Christmas party? So there's
fucking hope not.
I hope not either. However, I'm sure some monkey Arabs will be queuing up to get it. This was posted on Twitter last night. Christmas at Tannadice, getting into the festive spirit with the return of the Christmas party nights across December, priced at just £45 per person. Bargain. It includes 3-course Christmas dinner, entertainment, live DJ, and a glass of jizz.
Didn't miss it
on your glass of jizz. How does that sound, eh?
I mean, it wouldn't fucking pay 40. And then, the best part of it, see at the bottom it says hashtag United in Pursuit.
In Pursuit
on glass of jizz. Oh yeah, they got it done a bit. See what, right? So
do you know what was it? Well, no, on you go.
I was just what I say. Another thing that somebody pointed out was, see the live DJ. It's a woman in a wheelchair. See when you actually zoom in on it. Go and zoom in on the emoji that's beside live DJ.
All right, okay.
It's a woman in a wheelchair. Now,
so it is. Is it meant to be a woman playing the decks?
I'm not sure.
Because if you look at it from above.
Nah, she's in a wheelchair. There's a wheel beside her.
Okay.
So not only are you getting a glass of jizz, you're also getting some windy liquor on the decks for £45. At the top of the half, United will get pumped.
So, God, I wonder what's in their 3-course dinner, eh? Jesus fuck.
And surely the entertainment is the lassie in the wheelchair trying to walk the decks.
I mean, I'm sure she could do that.
Well, I mean, what other entertainment could you need?
Again, probably a good glass of champagne after that glass of jizz. You need something to wash out of your mouth, eh?
Bet Lorraine Kelly was like, can I book... Can I book 5 seats, please?
And can we get an extra bucket of jizz on the table?
Oh, you fucker. I'll definitely not be getting a ticket for that.
No, but...
you fucker.
I mean, what a schoolboy you're at. How fucking...
It's not...
Again.
Is it an error?
Is it an error?
Do you think you just leaked out their actual plans and went, fuck, that's a bit too early. It's only September. Save it for later on.
Right, we better. So we've also got Scotland games are coming up this week, which is obviously how there's no league games. Do you know what? As much as I love watching Scotland, it frustrates me, especially when you're in the SPL, that there's no league games on when Scotland are playing.
It's weird. I actually
it's kind of a bonus of being in the Championship.
See, because we've got this game on Friday night, I kind of forgot Scotland were even playing this week. And I had a ticket for the Ukraine game and the Ireland game, and I'm not going to either of them. I'm selling them both because it's... Well, obviously the Ireland game, you're going to the Dundee game before the Scotland game, are you? I'm not sure if anybody would pick Scotland before their club. It's a touchy subject, but I'm going to the Dundee game before I'm going to the Scotland game. I do. Unless it's against England or something like that, okay, it's different. But do we hate to speak about Scotland?
No. I was just saying that because Scotland are playing, like it kind of frustrates me that when the other teams get told they can't play.
Well, I can. Considering other players kind of play for Celtic, Rangers and down south, it doesn't really
affect us.
Nah, not really. Mind you, I did read though that I think it was like 40 SPL players, was it 40 or 30, might have been 30, are going on an international duty. I read that. I didn't ken. Was it in the Sun? I read it when I was working. It might be in the Sun, so it might be able to shout, but I'm sure it was 30. Now, because the Old Firm are tacking up at least 20 of them straight away.
I suppose.
And then you've got Hibs, the couple for Aberdeen. So, you can understand how they stop it, but I like it when the football just keeps going. Dundee play every week. It keeps my life kind of normal and in a routine.
I tell you what, one thing I will mention about, right? And some people might hate me for this, but I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. So Scotland are playing Ukraine tonight, right?
I can't hear what I say.
No. Do you? So last time when we played them, right, was obviously in the World Cup qualifier when they beat them, and it was rescheduled because Russia inconveniently invaded their fucking country. Now, that's obviously a terrible atrocity. Nobody wants that ever. However, football and politics should be mixed. So therefore, I didn't think that game should have been postponed, right? And another reason how is, see other players in their international team, they were all playing at clubs that weren't necessarily in Ukraine. Well, no, them all obviously, but a huge, vast number of them. And to prepare them for the Scotland game, they had the folk who were Ukrainians, right? They had them touring the country playing football against the other
teams,
right? Keeping fit and.
So you think we shouldn't have let them postpone it, and we should have said, "Fuck you, we're going to the World Cup."
No. What we should have said was, that's the date of the fixture. If you could fulfil it, great. We want you to fulfil the fixture.
We would have been the fucking enemy of the world. Could you imagine that? Sky Sports News. Steve Clark comes out and he says, "I couldn't give a fuck. We've earned it. If you can't mark the 19th, then that's it. We go through." I mean, look, I get it.
Well,
right?
They were able to field the team in Ukraine, right, to tour the country, to play all the other fucking teams, to keep fit in preparation for that game. What? And their fucking star player, their best player, kicked with arse on the day, was at Man City anyway. So,
I know. Like, it's a touchy. We're playing them tonight. I'm not even sure. Come on, I will watch it, but I'm not really sure I want it, to be honest with you. We've played them quite a few times over the last few years, and they keep beating with. They keep beating.
Again, the thing is though, the night that, right, okay, we kind of want you want Scotland to get a win, but again, the Nations League, it's kind of looked on. It's like this cup.
They wanted them to win. They should have won back in March or June or whatever the fuck.
Exactly. Well, it should have been March. Should have been March. I'll always be better about that. I actually will.
I know.
But anyway, hopefully Scotland will do well. So I'm led to believe today they're going to do a minute's silence for the Queen tonight, or the late Queen, should I say? She's not the Queen anymore. She's the late Queen.
Women usually are late, are they?
Well, to be fair, they usually are.
And she's getting ready.
How do you think that's going to go down? Especially after what happened with the shed at Ibrox on Saturday, because, like, as much as I hate the shed, right, didn't matter what team was playing at Ibrox on Saturday, that was going to happen. It was going to happen.
See, what I love going to the Scotland games is club football kind of gets put aside. I remember one of the rules when I got on the bus, like, if you mention club football, you get slapped in the back of the head because it just causes bother and arguments.
Yeah.
Now, out of the 50,000 Scotland fans that are going to turn up to Hampden, how many of them are going to be Rangers fans? I'm guessing 15,000, 20,000, maybe even more.
Maybe.
Right, maybe more, right? Maybe less, but you can what I mean. It only takes one boy to boo and one angry Rangers fan to turn around and smack them for there to be a fucking riot in the stands.
You're right.
It's a touchy one. Football and politics shouldn't go together, but one of the beauties about Scottish football is it mingles perfect. Ken, it's the only league in the world where, Ken, it's so religious, it's ridiculous. But I'm not sure. I think it'll be alright. I hope it'll be alright.
Is that a good selling advert for Scotland? Come here where we mingle with politics, religion and football. Ken, your three favourite pastimes.
Ken, SFA taking the game over to Israel. Like, right, you boys will love this.
Right, and that's another intake, right? Israel, what are they doing in the Euros?
They probably bought their way. They're not even in Europe, are they? No. Nowhere near it. It's Israel. They do what they want. They've done what they want for fucking hundreds of years. Arseholes.
I mean, I never learned in scale about that big European country, Israel. They were in the Middle East.
They were in the fucking Bible.
To be fair, so were Queen of the South.
They were.
And on that happy note, we're going to need to wrap things up. I didn't hear any other news this week.
No,
I didn't. But thanks to King Kong Tattoo Company for being our sponsor. They're at Albert Square, Dundee. I will remind you though that Michael Stewart is still a prick and Dundee United are still shite.
Always.
Cheers. Enjoy yourself. Cheers. Goodbye.